Welcome to St. Thorlak's Sensory Sanctuary. This is a safe, calm space to learn. Today we are looking at a topic that causes a lot of anxiety and fear in the United States, Sharia law. As Christians or individuals of any faith living in the U.S., it is easy to hear buzzwords on the news and feel afraid. Today we are going to remove the fear and just look at the facts. We are going to have an honest, respectful look at what Sharia actually is and compare it directly to our own United States legal system. We will look at what both systems look like when they work and the hard truths of what happens when they fail. Let's take a deep breath, leave our prejudices at the door, and get educated. Let's start with the biggest fear, the idea that Sharia law is going to take over the U.S. government and replace our laws. The fact is, the U.S. Constitution makes this impossible. The First Amendment strictly forbids the government from establishing any religion. Our legal system cannot be replaced by a religious code. So, what is Sharia? The word itself translates to the clear path to water. It is not a single book of strict laws. It is a broad moral and ethical compass based on the Quran. For the vast majority of Muslims in America, Sharia simply means praying, fasting, and giving to charity, and trying to live an honest life, values that are very familiar to us as Christians. To be fair, we have to look at the goals of both systems. When Sharia works as intended, it is about community restoration. For example, Islamic finance strictly forbids charging high interest or usury. It is designed to prevent the rich from exploiting the poor. When the U.S. legal system works as intended, it is a beautiful defender of individual liberty. It is built on due process. This means you have the right to a fair trial, a lawyer, and you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. We promise to be unapologetically honest. That means looking at the physical punishments that cause so much fear. There is a category of Islamic law dealing with severe crimes. The prescribed physical penalties for these are severe. But the factual context is important. The legal requirements to actually carry out these penalties are designed to be almost impossible to meet. Now let's look honestly at the U.S. legal system. We do not use corporal punishment, but we do use the ultimate penalty. Our system gives the government the legal right to execute its citizens. Every system fails because human beings run them. Sharia fails when corrupt governments or extremist groups weaponize it. The U.S. system fails through massive bureaucracy. We have the highest incarceration rate in the world. As Christians, how do we evaluate these two systems? We look at the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Jesus taught us to love God, love our neighbor, care for the vulnerable, and offer extravagant mercy. Where the systems sharply diverge is in the penal code. For the Christian, true justice is forever balanced by radical, unmerited grace. What if we took the strongest pieces of the U.S. system, the most community-focused elements of Sharia, and anchored it in Christian mercy? Pillar 1, the shield of rights. We keep the Constitution, due process, and the First Amendment. Pillar 2, the community anchor. We adopt Sharia's intense focus on economic justice, outlawing predatory lending. Pillar 3, the heart of mercy. From the teachings of Christ, we transform the penal system into restorative justice. To truly understand how these systems compare, we are going to look at 4 examples of how they handle real human beings. First, consider a mother who steals groceries because her child is starving. In the U.S. system's ideal, a judge connects her with food banks. Next, consider a repeat drug offender trapped in addiction. In the U.S. system's ideal, the individual is sent to mandatory rehabilitation. Now, let us look at the darkest crimes, starting with a severe predator. In the U.S. system's ideal, a trauma-informed trial leads to justice. Finally, consider someone who has taken a life. In the U.S. system's ideal scenario, a fair trial sentences the offender to life in prison. When we look at these real-world examples, we see a hard truth. No system is immune to human failure, but by comparing them honestly, we see a path forward. We need Sharia's focus on community, the U.S. Constitution to protect rights, and the healing mercy of Jesus Christ. Peace be with you.